These are 4 batteries we are going to have a look at today. This is the Tattu 1050 milliamp. It is the Pyrodrone 1300 milliamp, a CNHL 1300 milliamp, and last it is a CNHL 1100 milliamp hour. Now these 4 batteries are quite similar but also a little bit different. Now there are some things I'm not going to dive into, like the C rating on each of these batteries, because the C rating is very different and it's not a standard that everyone will measure the same way. Therefore, it's hard for me to measure and see if it is actually true what the manufacturers claim. Now that being said, my main concern when picking a battery for my freestyle is the milliamp hour and the weight. I'm not super behind the throttle all the time, so I won't be able to tell a high C from a mid-range C. I might be able to tell if it has a low C rating, but in the upper scale, I'm not really too concerned, to be honest. Now, my favorite batteries are right now these Pyrodrone 1300 milliamp hour batteries that weighs just 205 grams. And I'm absolutely loving these. These are so fantastic. They fly great. They also have a great flight performance. My second battery I'm using are these Tattu 1050 milliamp hour batteries. These weigh just around 179 grams, but they are only 1050 milliamp hours. There's a really big difference in the flight time when it comes to these 2 batteries. Other batteries I have tried, I used to be using these 1100 milliamp hour batteries for a very long time because they're super affordable. But also I tried using these 1300 milliamp hour batteries from CNHL, and to me these were just too heavy. Now I've been out to the field and I've tested these 4 batteries, so I will put them up on the screen here. And now, as you can see, unless you're sitting with the sticks, you can't really tell much difference, in my opinion. These are all flown on the same drone, so it should be pretty similar. I'd say when you are sitting with it, you can definitely feel when you're making a fast turn, if the battery is a heavy one or a light one. From the lowest one here, the Tattu 1050 milliamp hour to the CNHL 1300 milliamp hour battery, I'd say there's a huge difference when it comes to the weight. This is a 50 gram weight increase from this one to this one, and you can feel something like that. That being said, this one also gave me a shorter flight time than this one, even though this had more weight. Whether you like the weight or not, well, that is a personal preference, of course. And well, I'm going to load up these 4 videos now and you can have a look at them. And I want you to note down in the comments below if you can see a difference in the flight that I am doing here. Can you see when I'm making a dive or roll, which battery is which? In just a minute, I am going to put the names of each of the batteries on the screen. And well, you can see if you can tell any difference. When I'm reviewing the footage, I can't tell any difference, to be honest. I only knew because I had the start of each to make sure that I knew which order the batteries came in. But when I was out there, it could be placebo, but I definitely could feel the difference, both in flight time, but also in flight feel. It felt heavier with this 1300 milliamp hour battery. It didn't make quite the aggressive turns that I sometimes like to do, and it was harder to catch when I made a dive. That being said, most of these batteries are personal preference, which one you like. Do you like the light batteries, or are you okay with having a heavy battery as long as give longer flight times and have more milliamp hour and maybe a higher C rating? Tell me down below in the comments. And well, if I could only get more of these batteries, I would definitely do that. But in Europe, I can't get these Pyrodrone batteries anymore. Another battery I would like to test out, but haven't gotten around to, is the GNB 1300 milliamp hour batteries. These weigh, according to the spec sheet, just around 180 grams, and they are 1300 as well. That would be terrific if I could get that kind of performance from a 180 gram battery. I think that would be preferable. That being said, just get out there and get flying.